Nicki Minaj wasn't supposed to mention Jeffrey Epstein's island, but the second she tied Meek Mill to that name, the silence from his camp became deafening.
Hero stood shoulder to shoulder with Meek Mill.
I'm at a point in my life like we all grew up in the streets and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time to gain my respect and be who I am today, and I'm proud of that.
What you're about to see isn't just another hip-hop beef. This is a timeline connecting a 2014 Las Vegas mansion, a federal lawsuit, and Michael Rubin's 4th of July party to a dark network Nicki Minaj is now exposing on her own terms. At the 2025 NAACP Image Awards, comedian Dion Cole stood on stage and openly mocked Nicki Minaj. Cole looked into the camera, praying for Nicki, stating, "I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain."
We want you to bless our sister Nicki Minaj, Lord, yes. She's been going through a lot lately, Lord. It hasn't been herself, Lord. I believe whatever's in her ass is affecting her brain, Lord. Take it out of her ass, Lord. We bind that spirit in her ass, Lord.
The Hollywood crowd laughed. But while the industry mocked Nicki Minaj, Nicki was quietly aligning with Donald Trump, isolating herself from the mainstream Hollywood machine entirely. Isolation gave Nicki Minaj something else, the freedom to burn it all down, and her primary target was her ex-boyfriend, Meek Mill. To understand why Nicki is speaking now, you have to look at the 4th of July 2024. Meek Mill is standing on a tennis court at billionaire Michael Rubin's Hamptons mansion. Meek lost a bet. The punishment? Aggressive bunny hops across the court while Rubin's wealthy friends yell, "Count out loud!" Meek hops. The internet erupts in jokes.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud.
That's the wrong time, nigga.
Count out loud.
30,
Can't, huh?
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42.
Keep going. Keep going.
But Nicki Minaj didn't laugh. Instead, Nicki went online and labeled the spectacle exactly what it looked like to her: a humiliation ritual orchestrated by white billionaires to break down black rappers. But Meek Mill's defense was fierce. Meek hopped on Instagram Live, denying any connection to the Diddy allegations swirling around him. Meek offered a $100,000 bounty to anyone who could prove the gay rumors were true.
When I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like Meek, and people trying to, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, let's say if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the cares? Okay. Number two, there's not a gay bone in his body. So why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change a narrative, a bet he made with me to try to hurt him?
Meek looked directly into the camera and said, "If he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Why do people want to lie about that?" Meek Mill framed himself as a victim of a coordinated attack on black men. But things don't add up, because when music producer Lil Rod filed a massive federal lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, Lil Rod included a very specific detail. Lil Rod's legal filing explicitly described Diddy engaging in sexual acts with a Philadelphia rapper who once dated Nicki Minaj. Meek Mill is a Philadelphia rapper who once dated Nicki Minaj. Yet, despite this court document matching his exact profile, Meek Mill never paid out that $100,000 bounty. Meek Mill never sued Lil Rod for defamation. Meek Mill just went silent. Then came the escalation. The internet started digging into Meek Mill's past with Diddy, and an old audio clip surfaced.
The champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke, nigga. Like, I smoke and I had my own weed, but everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, "Yeah, daddy." Like, when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all that shit because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich.
Recording featured two men in a highly compromising situation. A man claiming to be a former bodyguard stepped forward on a secondary YouTube channel, swearing under unseen conditions that the audio was real. This alleged bodyguard claimed the audio was captured at Meek Mill's 27th birthday party. To verify this, you have to look at the police reports from May 2014. Meek Mill rented a $7.5 million mansion in Las Vegas. Property manager Jason Haidt walked into the mansion the morning after the party. Jason Haidt reported to local authorities that the property looked like a crime scene. Jason Haidt found blood on the bed sheets, broken alcohol bottles, used condoms, razor blades, and hundreds of bottles of lubricant scattered across the marble floors. But Jason Haidt's most chilling detail was about Diddy. Diddy allegedly took out a massive insurance policy on the mansion before the party, an insurance policy that specifically covered loss of life. Diddy also demanded the property manager install new locks on every single bedroom door, demanding Diddy hold the only master key. Diddy even requested the installation of new smoke detectors, which Jason Haidt later speculated were actually disguised recording devices. This brings us to the hidden side of Nicki Minaj's rage. Nicki Minaj dated Meek Mill from 2015 to 2017. During that time, Nicki Minaj witnessed Meek Mill's behavior shift. In a now infamous tweet, Nicki Minaj accused Meek Mill of brutalizing his own sister on camera, spitting on her, and kicking Nicki Minaj in front of Meek's own mother, resulting in a hospital visit. Later, Nicki Minaj hopped on an Instagram Live with Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy asked Nicki point blank if there were undercover brothers in the industry. Nicki Minaj smiled, refused to say a word, but let the silence confirm everything the viewers were thinking. Nicki Minaj knew about Meek Mill's alleged secret life with Diddy long before the public did.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
But Nicki Minaj was also hiding her own terror. In 2024, Nicki Minaj went live again, revealing that a staff member on her own team had tampered with her food in a suspected poisoning attempt. Nicki Minaj claimed she questioned the staff member, got no answers, and later discovered that same staff member has now been employed by Jay-Z and Roc Nation.
Where the most prolific women in Hollywood are being disempowered by these conservatorships, having their platforms hijacked. And I have to say quickly on that subject, Jay-Z, take off that damn lace front wig and leave Nicki Minaj alone. Because I know you're trying to do a lot, allegedly. You're trying to do the same things to Nicki that people have done to Britney Spears, and we're gonna clock it.
During that same live stream, Nicki Minaj looked at the camera and issued a direct warning to Jay-Z saying, "Take off that damn lace front wig and leave Nicki Minaj alone. I know you're trying to do the same things to Nicki that people have done to Britney Spears." But here is where the entire story flips on its axis. The anonymous bodyguard who leaked the alleged Diddy and Meek Mill audio didn't just stumble upon the recording. This bodyguard claimed the champagne at that 2014 Vegas party was spiked. The bodyguard claimed he didn't drink, pretended to be asleep, and held his phone to the locked door when he heard the assault begin. Yet, sources close to the situation suggest the bodyguard didn't record the audio at all. The implication is that Nicki Minaj was at that party. Nicki Minaj allegedly recorded the audio herself. And for her own safety, Nicki Minaj allegedly paid that bodyguard to take the fall as the leaker.
The champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke, nigga. Like, I smoke and I had my own weed, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, "Yeah, daddy." Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling. Like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this shit because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich.
If Nicki Minaj has held on to a recording of Meek Mill and Diddy for a decade, Meek Mill isn't just fighting internet rumors. Meek Mill is fighting a woman who has kept a loaded weapon in her back pocket since 2014.
Okay, so...
But that's not good diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Look at the full breakdown. In 2014, the Vegas party happens and the alleged recording is made. In 2015, Nicki Minaj dates Meek Mill, fully aware of his entanglements, but using the relationship to elevate her own hip-hop status. By 2017, the relationship implodes, and Meek Mill begins leaning heavier into Diddy's circle to maintain his luxury lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Fast forward to 2024, Diddy is arrested. Lil Rod's lawsuit drops the Philadelphia rapper clue. Meek Mill panics, offering $100,000 for clarity.
When Diddy got locked up, Meek Mill came out saying that he'll pay somebody $100 grand to investigate, that he has nothing to do with anything with Diddy.
Man, look, I can't. You can't take back what your butthole received.
But the final nail in Meek Mill's defense came from his own billionaire friends. When Michael Rubin forced Meek Mill to bunny hop on that tennis court, Meek Mill proved Nicki Minaj's point. Meek Mill proved he was willing to be humiliated by wealthy men to keep his seat at the table. Who benefits from Meek Mill's destruction? Michael Rubin benefits. Diddy's alleged network benefits from the distraction. And Nicki Minaj benefits by destroying the credibility of the men she believes tried to silence her. We've been looking at Meek Mill as a victim of Diddy's manipulation. Fans point to the old viral video of Meek Mill standing inside a literal cage at a private party. But Nicki Minaj's harshest implication is that Meek Mill isn't a victim. When Meek Mill's music stopped selling in his later years, Meek Mill made a choice. Diddy allegedly primed Meek Mill to be passed around to men like Michael Rubin, and allegedly to powerful men on Jeffrey Epstein's island. Meek Mill didn't lose his dignity by accident. Meek Mill traded his manhood for access to billionaire wealth. Nicki Minaj chose to stand on an island alone, refusing to protect the secrets of the men who abused her anymore. But the real question isn't why Nicki Minaj is finally talking. The real question is, what does Meek Mill have left to hide?